In our part 11 basics and principle of the ECG. In today's lecture, we'll be discussing about the cardiac action potential. What is the cardiac action potential? Before I start my lecture about the cardiac action potential, I want to have a brief overview about the anatomical classification of the heart. Heart anatomically is divided into two parts. One is electrical part, another is mechanical part. Electrical part includes SA node, AV node, Hayes bundle, bundle branch, left bundle branch, right bundle branch. Left bundle branch is divided into anterior fascicle, posterior fascicle, and anterior and posterior fascicle further divided into Purkinje fiber. Mechanical parts of the heart is made from two parts. One is atrium and the second is ventricle. But according to the action potential classification, heart is also divided into two parts. Number one is pacemaker cells, or nodal pacemaker cells, or not pacemaker cells. Those cells are those parts of the tissue which is represented by the pacemaker cells. One is SA node, another is the AV node, and those parts which represented by non-pacemaker cells include of the atriums, ventricle, and Purkinje fiber. Purkinje fiber is shifted from the pacemaker cell, from the electrical system to non-pacemaker cell. This is a little bit difference between the classification of the anatomical classification and action potential classification. In action potential classification, pacemaker cell just you have got SA node and AV node, and non-pacemaker cell atrium, ventricle, and Purkinje fibers. So remember, these different parts of the heart, these different parts of the heart produces different action potential by different mechanisms. So these different parts of the heart produces different action potential by different mechanisms, and these four phases of the action potential are produced by different parts of the heart by different mechanisms. These different parts of the heart include the SA node. It has got their own potential. Atrial cell have got their own potential and diagram of the action potential. AV node have got their own action potential. Ventricular cell have got their own action potential, and Purkinje fiber have got their own action potential. To get better idea about the cardiac action potential, first of all, I draw here a simple diagram or a simple picture of the cell. As you know, the cell is made, every cell is made from three parts. Number one is nucleus, the second is cytoplasm, and the fourth one cell membrane. Our business is with cell membrane. This cell membrane is made from the lipid and proteins. And this cell membrane is embedded by different channels. For example, ionic channels, enzyme, protein, transporting system. These ionic channels are made from the proteins. So to get better idea about the action potential, first I draw a simple picture of the heart. This picture is made from nucleus, cytoplasm, and cell membrane. This cell membrane is embedded by different enzymes, protein, ionic channels. They are made from the proteins. Now those ions which have a major role in the cardiac action potential. Do you know about those ions which have got a major role in the cardiac action potential? These three ions, sodium, calcium, potassium. Sodium in action potential is represented by blue color, calcium is represented by red color, and potassium is represented by green color. So these was three ions which are responsible for the cardiac action potential, and you shouldn't forget sodium, calcium, and potassium. Sodium, calcium, and potassium. Remember, in addition to these three ions, those channels which are embedded within the cell membrane is also divided into two parts. Those ionic channels which are embedded in the cell membrane of the myocardial cells. These are explained here one by one. The first channel is leaky potassium channel. The second is sodium potassium ATPase. Remember, these two channels play a major role in the formation of the resting membrane. rapid voltage gated channel, slow potassium channel, L-type calcium channel, and ultra-rapid potassium channel. So those ions which are responsible for the action potential, sodium, calcium, potassium, those ionic channels which are responsible for the action potential, they are divided into these categories: leaky potassium channel, sodium potassium ATPase, rapid voltage gated sodium channel, slow potassium channel, and L-type calcium channel, and ultra rapid potassium channel. Finally, I want to give a definition for the action potential after the discussion of these matters. How should I define the action potential? Action potential is defined the electrical activity of the heart based on molecular level. Molecular level. Or action potential is defined based on cellular level. This is called also action potential, or those mechanisms by which electrical forces or electrical voltage is generated and then conducted both together. I mean, genesis of the electrical impulse and conduction of the electrical impulse represented action potential. But a comprehensive definition for the action potential: a brief change in voltage across the cell membrane of the heart cells, which are caused by ionic movement through those channels which are embedded in the cell membrane. So that's a comprehensive therapy. A brief change in voltage, this is a condition. A brief change in voltage across the cell membrane of heart cells, which are caused by ionic movement through this ionic channel. This is a comprehensive definition for the action potential. So, as I mentioned before, this different part of the heart by different mechanism produces different action potential, different phases of the action potential, and different diagram of the action potential. Right now, first we'll discuss about the pacemaker cells. By which mechanism this pacemaker cells produce action potential? Pacemaker cells are those pacemaker cell, non-pacemaker cell. First we will be discussing about the non-pacemaker cells. Non-pacemaker cells include of the atrium, ventricle, and Purkinje fiber. I remove one cell and I put here, and this diagram represents a cell. First we will be discussing about the non-pacemaker action potential. As you know, the action potential is made, non-pacemaker cell is made from 4 phases, and pacemaker cell is made from 3 phases. This is a ventricular cell, suppose. We start action potential from the resting membrane. What is the resting membrane? What are those mechanisms by which the resting membrane potential is produced? Resting membrane is a state of the cell in which the cell represents a negative electrical voltage. I mean minus 90 millivoltage. Minus 90 millivoltage. Our resting membrane potential is defined as a voltage difference between the inside the cell and outside the cell. First we will discuss about those mechanisms by which this resting membrane potential is produced. As I mentioned before, there are 2 channels play a major role. One is sodium potassium ATPase, and the second leaky potassium channel. Leaky potassium channel. Due to the action of this sodium potassium ATPase, 2 ions of potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell, and from outside the cell into inside the cell sodium. 2 potassium is going through this channel to out of the cell, and 3 ions of sodium is coming through this ATPase, sodium potassium ATPase channel to the inside the cell. As a result of the function of this sodium potassium ATPase, or due to this action of sodium potassium ATPase, 2 things are produced. Remember, this sodium potassium ATPase are present in all cells of the body, but this sodium potassium ATPase produce 2 things. Number 1, a concentration gradient. Concentration gradient between the outside the cell and inside the cell. And the second thing which is produced by this action potential sodium potassium ATPase, a minus 5 millivoltage. Minus 5 millivoltage. This minus 5 millivoltage lead to opening of leaky potassium channel, and this minus 5 millivoltage lead to opening of leaky potassium channel. As well as leaky potassium channel is open, there are a lot of sodium is coming from outside, from inside the cell. And when this potassium is leaking from the inside the cell to the outside the cell, this minus 5 millivolt become more negative. For example, come to 30. Still the potassium is leaking from inside the cell to the outside the cell. This minus 30 become to minus 60. And finally, this minus 60, still the potassium is leaking from inside the cell, and this come to the minus 80. And finally, potassium is coming from inside the cell to the outside the cell, and finally, they produce a minus 90 millivoltage. What are those mechanisms by which resting membrane potential is produced? First, the definition for resting membrane potential. Resting membrane potential is the state of the cell in which the cell represents a negative electrical voltage. Or resting membrane potential is defined as a voltage difference between the outside the cell and inside the cell. In the genesis or in the formation of the resting membrane potential of the non-pacemaker cells, two channels are responsible. First, leaky potassium channel and sodium potassium ATPase. But this role of the sodium potassium ATPase less than the leaky potassium channel. The exact responsible of the resting membrane potential is minus leaky potassium channel, and resting membrane potential represent minus 90 millivolt. Be careful, this is resting membrane potential just for non-pacemaker cells. I mean atrium ventricle and Purkinje fibers. But this another cell and every nodal cell, they have got the resting membrane potential of minus 60 millivolt. This minus 60 millivolt by different mechanism produce. This, first of all, we have understood about the mechanism by which resting membrane potassium produced. You should care about less negative and more negative. This is more negative. First, minus 5 millivoltage is produced.
Less negative.
Minus 5 millivoltage is produced. After the minus 50, leaky potassium channel is opening. This leaky potassium channel loading the potassium from outside the cell. When the potassium is coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell, this minus 5 millivolt becomes more. First 90, then 60 and 80, and finally 90 millivolt. This is the mechanism by which the resting membrane potential of minus 90 millivolt is produced. After the resting membrane potential, we will be discussing about 4 phases of the action potential. This 4 phases of the action potential is start from 4 phases. Phase 4 represent cell membrane. Phase 4 represent cell membrane. This 0 phase represent depolarization. There is another channel is also present, sodium voltage gated channel, potassium channel, and calcium channel, and ultra rapid potassium channel. So this 0 phase represents depolarization. What is the mechanism by which this depolarization is produced? Now this cell is produce a resting membrane potential. It is ready to accept another stimulation. For example, the stimulation is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell. And this 90 millivolt is neutralized by those sodium which is coming from the outside the cell. Or this resting membrane potential right now become less because another positive charge coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell. This 90 first become minus, this 90 becomes minus 80. And still the potassium, sodium is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell. And this CT become less negative, minus 70. When it reaches to minus 70, this is called threshold potential. Once this threshold potassium is produced, this threshold potential lead to opening of rapid voltage gated sodium channel. And there are a lot of sodium are coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell, and this sodium which is coming through rapid voltage gated sodium channel rapidly, fastly neutralizes of this minus 90 millivoltage. And this 70 become 60, and finally 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and 0 or above the 0.
Okay.
Now, the mechanism by which depolarization is produced. What is this mechanism? First, we have discussed about the resting membrane potential, and resting membrane potential is at the range of minus 90 millivolt. Right now, this cell is stimulated from the outside the cell, from another cell. For example, let's say another cell, once it's cell, this cell become less negative. Less negative goes toward the positivity. more negative goes toward the negativity. So when the sodium is coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell, this resting membrane potential is neutralized by this sodium, and it becomes less negative, minus CT, minus 70 when it reaches to the minus 70. This is called threshold potential. This threshold potential leads to opening of rapid voltage gated sodium channel. And there are a lot of sodium are coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell. This sodium rapidly, fastly neutralizes this 90 millivoltage, and finally it may reach to the 0 or even above the 0 to 10. So what is the depolarization? Depolarization is a process during which the cell is losing a negative electrical charge and gaining or getting a positive electrical charge. Once this cell is depolarized, this rapid voltage gated channel leads to opening of potassium channel, and potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell. At the same time, calcium channel, L-type calcium channel is also opening, and calcium is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell. Now the amount of the potassium which is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell, and the amount of potassium which is coming from outside the cell into the inside the cell, they are equal. So and therefore, this Plateau phase of the action potential which is responsible or which is related to the phase 2 becomes equal. I mean, during this Plateau phases of the action potential, inside the cell and outside the cell are electrically become equal. They are balancing. There is no voltage difference between the outside the cell into the inside the cell during the Plateau phase of the action potential. This is why they produce Plateau phase or a little bit flat line. Then this calcium which is coming from outside the cell to the inside the cell, this calcium stimulates this endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum releases calcium. This calcium and this calcium which is releasing from the endoplasmic reticulums, they bind to troponin. And these calcium pull out the troponin from tropomyosin, and actinomycin cross-bridging formation is produced. This was the mechanism by which the myocardial cell are contracted. Now again we coming to ultra-rapid potassium channel. This is slow potassium channel and this is ultra-rapid potassium channel. Once the cell is depolarized, this rapid voltage gated sodium potassium channel is opening. And there are a lot of potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell. And the cell come back to the resting membrane potential of minus 90 millivolt. This time, the potassium is going from inside the cell to the outside the cell. This time, this minus, this 0 voltage. First come, for example, to minus 20, minus 40, minus 50, minus 60, and minus 90. It means the cell is going back to a resting membrane potential of minus 90 millivoltage. Or this cell establishes again the resting membrane potential of 90 millivoltage. This is really again to accept another stimulation. So what is the repolarization? Repolarization is a process during which the cell is losing a positive electrical charge. Repolarization is a process during which the cell is minus 90 millivoltage is converted to the 0 phase, and repolarization is a process during which the cell is losing positive electrical charge, I mean potassium, and the cell is going back to a resting membrane potential of minus 90 millivolt. So ventricular cells or pacemaker cells have got 4 phases of the action potential. For example, phase 4. This phase 4 represents resting membrane potential. This 0 phase represents polarization, and this is Plateau phase. This is potassium channel. Plateau phase represent Plateau phases represent phase 2, and this potassium is 1. Potassium is 1. In the genesis of the Plateau phase of the action potential, calcium channel, L-type calcium channel has role. We have got 2 types of calcium in case of the action potential. One is L-type. L-type is related to the ventricular cell, and T-type, it is related to the pacemaker cells. Another
Phase 3.
phase 3. Phase 3 represent repolarization. Right now we get the concept of repolarization. Repolarization is a process during the which a cell losing a positive electrical charge and the cell come back to the negative electrical charge. I mean 90 millivoltage. Another phase 4 I told you about the resting unit. Now how should I correlate this action potential to the ECG surface? How should I correlate this diagram of the action potential to the ECG? For example, this is an ECG, surface ECG. When we are talking about the action potential, you should think that we study the electrical activity of single cell of myocardial cells. Especially, they say here is the name of surface ECG. But this action potential we for single electrical cell. For example, we will get a wire and they put a small electrode at the top of this wire, and this wire from the femoral artery, they reach to the SA node, and when the single cell of ventricular cell from the inside of the body is recorded, they produce this type of diagram. Did you catch it?
Yes.
Yeah. How should I correlate this action potential to the ECG surface? This P wave represent or reflect atrial depolarization. This PR interval represent a conduction velocity through the AV node. This PR segment represent AV nodal conduction. AV nodal conduction. This QRS complex is represented by this phase. Yes. This is T segment. This is T segment represent plateau phase of the action potential. This is depolarization, and this is plateau phase, plateau phase, and this line is represented for phase action potential. How should I correlate this ECG surface to the action potential, or how should I correlate this diagram of action potential to the ECG surface? This P wave have got their own atrial diagram. What are the differences between the action potential of the ventricular cell from the depolarization of the atrial cell? They have got the similar diagram, but there is a small difference between the action potential of the ventricular cell, atrial cells, and Purkinje fibers are present. This atrium, this phase of depolarization, in case of the atrial depolarization, is longer. Why it is longer? Because we have, as you remember, we told you the atrial tissue is conducted by moderate conduction system. Moderate. So this is why this zero phase in atrial tissue is longer. This is the one reason. The plateau phase of the action potential is also shorter. What is? Because this is stem tissue and the calcium which is coming from outside the cell and inside the cell, they rapidly depolarize. And this phase of depolarization, no difference between repolarization between the ventricular cell and atrial cell. And this was about the action potential of the Purkinje fiber. What is the difference? This phase is very shorter. Why it is shortened? Because Purkinje fiber conduct the electrical impulse rapidly. Why this action potential is plateau phase is longer? Because the calcium is coming, and this calcium takes a time to first stimulate the endoplasmic reticulum. After the endoplasmic reticulum, the calcium is releasing. After the calcium, ryanodine channel, they have got their own role here. And calcium which is coming from outside the cell, those calcium which is released from the endoplasmic reticulum, both of them together bind to troponin and pulled up the troponin from tropomyosin and actin-myosin cross-bridging formation occurs. This was the mechanism by which contraction occurred. During this period, which represent depolarization, it takes long time. And therefore, the needle of the ECG machine does not fluctuate to any side. Once this ventricle is completed their depolarization, the needle of the ECG machine does not fluctuate to any side. So, and therefore, this ST segment produced. The ST segment is related to the plateau phases of the action potential. So, this was the differences between the action potential of atrial cell, Purkinje fiber, and and ventricular cells. Another, this was the correlation. Now this is the PVF reflects atrial depolarization. This segment AV conduction from P interval to the beginning of the Q wave or R wave represent conduction velocity through the AV node. This QRS complex represents zero phase of the action potential. I mean depolarization. And this is the segment related to the plateau phase of the action potential, and this depolarization represented by T wave. This was the correlation of the phase of the action potential to the ECG surface. Yeah. So when we record the electrical activity of the heart, we will get this from inside of the body. We will get this type of picture. When we record the electrical activity of the heart from body surface, we will get this clinical picture. Action potential, another definition as recording of the electrical activity of single cell of myocardial tissues from inside of the body. This is called the action potential. While the ECG, recording of the electrical activity of the heart from ECG paper. This is from inside the cell, and the ECG that we take, this is from outside the cell. I mean from body surface. This was the differences between the action potential and ECG surface. What else? Yeah, it is remains. It takes long time. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about the action potential of the pacemaker cells, which include the SNO, the AV node. We will be discussing about those mechanisms by which produce a resting membrane potential of minus 60 millivolt. These pacemaker cells, these non-pacemaker cells produce minus 90 millivoltage, and the SNO nodal cell and AV nodal cell produce minus 60 millivolt. In the formation of this resting membrane potential of the ventricular cell, two channels have a major role. One is liquid potassium channel, another sodium potassium ATPase channel. This is, and again, the genesis of the resting membrane potential of the pacemaker cells. Funny channel or IF channel has a major role. We will discuss about differences between the action potential, different part of the action potential, I mean pacemaker cell from non-pacemaker cell, diagram of the action potential and phase of the action potential. Finally, correlation of the phases of the action potential to the ECG surface.